Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's day 74 of having these pepperoni senior plants and these 15-gallon containers. Um, so the last video between last video and this video, there's not too much of a change. Obviously, it's only been 4 days. Um, I don't know how well you can see, but this one's going to flower really well. And you can see some fruits on here. This one still doing pretty good, even though it's in sandy soil. The rest of them just looks fine, I guess. Even though it's been only 4 days, I didn't miss watering on Tuesday. I bring that up because I had a biopsy on that day, so I came back home pretty late, so I watered all of these plants pretty late. But either way, I'm doing fine. Everything's looking good so far with my biopsy, and yeah, just want to give a quick update on that and my health, I guess. Um, with I'll give you guys further updates on that when it comes. But either way, just want to make a quick update for you guys. It's day 74 on these pepperoni plants being in containers, and I'll be right back once I have more updates for you guys. What's up, YouTube? So it's day 81 of transplant of these pepperoni seed pepperoni seed plants. You can see this one since the last video or last update I made, that's growing a lot taller and has a lot more peppers. I could probably start harvesting some to pickle, and I'll probably do that soon, maybe. This one is growing taller, so I am happy about that, and it is producing some flower buds. So maybe we'll be getting some pepper stuff soon. But as of today, I made a compost extract and I inoculated with some microizing inoculant microbes, and I added some liquid calcium to give these peppers better support on themselves and hopefully better support to the actual peppers. Because calcium is the building blocks for the plants, and calcium is really good for the actual fruits themselves. So yeah, day 81 of transplant. This one looks really good compared to the last clip that I showed you, um, and especially the last video where these plants, especially this one, was a lot smaller. Especially because this one was dehydrating a lot too, so that plays a factor. Um, if you're subscribed to my channel, you'll know I've been watering this plant every single day. Um, I've been making shorts out of those, and some of them have been getting about 100 views, so a little over 100 views lately. So I'm really happy about that. So if you know me because of that, what's up? This is how the peppers look like as of right now. Hopefully you see my previous videos where I showed you me transplanting these. But yeah, either way, I have the compost extract ready with the inoculant and the calcium. Okay, so I'm just gonna water all of these in. These again for this video, these two are the main priority ones. I lost this one. It didn't grow too well, and I think it died off by roly polies eating it or something because I can't find it at all. But somehow these were okay. Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, I guess I should mention that this is my native soil. Um, these are supposed to be an experiment, first of all, with different types of soils. One being native soil, this one being the sandy soil. That's why this one dehydrated a lot and being stunted in its growth because it wasn't received the water that it needed. And this one's my native soil with biochar. I think this was like 80% biochar or 90% biochar, something like that. I can't remember. And that's why this one retains a lot more water than these two. But either way, um, yeah, like I was saying, this one retains a lot more water than this one, especially because it's my sandy soil. So this one didn't dehydrate nearly as much as this one. This one didn't dehydrate at all, and I keep watering it every day at the same time I water this one. So you can see I'm not worried about overwatering this one, but this one I am worried about underwatering. So that's why I'm watering it every single day. I'm not too worried about overwatering this one either because it is sandy soil, so it drains out pretty quickly. Now, if it was my native soil, I'd probably be a little bit worried just because my native soil does carry some water. thing's well. But yeah, my native soil does carry can retain some water. I think my native soil is like a silty clay. I think I could be wrong about that, but yeah, guys, I'm just gonna water this in, and then I'll keep you updated in a couple of weeks. Okay, YouTube. So you may notice that I watered it around the base instead of watering the leaves. It's because the calcium that I use is pretty strong, and it says to use 1 to 2 tablespoons uh, per 1 gallon. So in this case, I did lower it. I used the lower side, so I used 1 tablespoon, and I made 5 gallons of it, so 5 tablespoons. So yeah, it uses it's 1 to 2 tablespoons for a soil drench. So that's what I wanted to do, a soil drench. If I notice that the plant isn't doing that well, I'll probably do a foliar feed, which is the less concentrated version of it, where I'll just spray it on the leaves. But I don't think there's a calcium deficiency on these pepper plants. Um, I haven't seen blossom end rot like you would see in tomatoes, which peppers can get, I believe. So far it's looking good, but I want to make sure I don't get it. So I'm trying to prevent it by giving it calcium with a soil drench. Again, if I do need to add calcium, um, that needs to be way more available. I'll do a foliar feed, but as of right now, it doesn't need it. So yeah, uh, I'll be right back once there's more updates or when it starts getting taller or starts producing fruit. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But yeah, guys, hopefully you're enjoying it so far. If you are, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're almost at 500 subscribers. And yeah, I'll be right back when it's time to harvest or something. I don't know. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome back. Today is day 87 of transplant. As you can see, this pepper is doing extremely well. I probably should harvest some of these peppers right now before they turn extremely red like this one is. I think when this light green, that's the best time to harvest so you can pickle them. But either way, I want to have both types anyway. But in this part of the clip, I'm gonna top dress all these plants. Um, in the bottom layer, I'm just gonna add Dr. Earth, my favorite fertilizer, and this I use as worm grit. It's basically broken up eggshells. So some old fertilizer that I had that's mostly okay. It's eggshells. It's crushed up eggshells, charcoal, and a old fertilizer that I can't remember what it's called now. Bone meal. That's what it is. Bone meal. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna add all this. Um, this is a 222, I believe. This isn't bad. It's a 463, so this one should be a good balanced fertilizer for the peppers. The crust up eggshells on this, on the worm grit that I usually make, should be good for calcium. And then charcoal, which should turn to biochar, and once it's inoculated by all these things that I'm putting in, and then the top dress of the compost should be a really good top dress for all these peppers. So instead of keeping it for too long, I'm gonna put on my dust mask, dust mask, and start adding these ingredients in. And the compost is pretty wet. Well, not wet, but it's not extremely dry. This is what I'm worried about because it is extremely dry. It gets in the air pretty easily. And usually I would give you a closer look on these peppers, but today I'm not feeling it so good, so I've decided that just for, hopefully for today, I will just keep you guys a little bit farther than usual so I can actually do this. and go back inside and rest up. Um, I guess from dialysis, they took more fluid than expected, and that's what's kind of messing me up right now. Because even though I drank a lot of water today and some yesterday, I still don't feel that great. And with these, I was putting a handful in. So I'm sorry if it feels I'm rushing a little bit or I'm not explaining as well as I could be. It's mostly because, like I said, I don't feel that good. So hopefully next time, um, I'll be feeling a lot better. I might need a weight change, so that's probably one of the problems too. You'll see. But I can get updated if you want. Well, I can get updated regardless. I just want to say thank you to everyone who watches my video and who stuck around this far into the video. Hopefully you're enjoying the video so far. If you are, and if you haven't already, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It'd be greatly appreciated. It'll help me out a lot. Especially since I want YouTube to be my job. But anyway, you just saw me add my own type of fertilizer, I guess, mainly charcoal, some old fertilizer, bone meal, and crushed up eggshells. And then you saw me put in Dr. Earth, and now I'm gonna remulch it. Then after that, I'm gonna water it in pretty deeply so it can do its job. I'm hoping by adding the compost it'll prevent some of the fruits from, or prevent some of the flowers just from dropping off. So I noticed some of the fruits aren't, or some of the flowers aren't developing, and they're not producing fruit. They're just falling off. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this today. I was hoping I'll feel better today, but I don't. But either way, guys, I think I'll be right back. I'll show you up close look on this one. So I'm gonna take out these purge lands, and then once I'm done taking everything out, I will show you how the soil looks like. There's still compost on top, but I just want to add fresh compost, especially since the compost I made, in my opinion, is a lot better than usual. If you're new to my channel, you probably know that these containers are different types of soil. So this one's my sandy soil, the one I'm showing you right now. This one I just did is my native soil with biochar. It's 80% biochar, and my native was like 10% native soil and 10% compost when I first was doing it, when I first made it. You can see this is top dress of compost. You can't really tell there's sand except for right there, but I don't want to move the sand too much, so yeah. Plus it just took a big chunk of roots, so that's not good. So I'm gonna put my mask back on and then top dress this again with the same way I did it last time. But yeah, I'm just putting a light dusting. It might look like a lot, but I promise you it isn't. And I don't know how you can see that, but you can see the white stuff. That's from the eggshells, and it could be from the bone meal from the fertilizer that I buy. And then we'll be putting in some Dr. Earth. I'm running out of this, so I might buy more. Well, actually, I had more in the house. Is that I forgot to bring it outside. But yeah, this is just gonna be one handful. I'm putting a lot of biochar because I like the idea of biochar being able to retain water, especially with my sandy soil, and needs all the help it can get with retaining water and retaining nutrients. So that's why I'm adding biochar. Technically, it's not biochar right now because it's not charged. Like since I'm gonna put compost on top and fertilizer from the old fertilizer that I have, the bone meal, and the fertilizer that I just added in, and the eggshells, it should be getting charged pretty quickly. Especially because I didn't put too much. Now we're going to top dress this with compost, making it charge it even more. Especially because the compost that I made, I don't know how you can see it, but there is some biochar in it. And that's from me composting it in ground. Again, if you haven't seen that video where I showed you how I made this amazing compost, oh damn, beetle. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it either at the end of this video or on the top right, so you guys can watch it if you want to. Basically, I was just using a trash can method, and when that wasn't working out for me, I started pit composting, and that worked a lot better for me. So yeah, if you're like me in the desert and you want to start composting, that's a pretty easy way of doing it, in my opinion, especially if you keep it watered. Also, well, yeah, just keep it watered. That's the main thing you need to do. To make sure it's watered in the pit composting method, and you can turn it once a month, or you can turn it once a week. Um, when I was making that video, I basically turned it once um, after composting it there for 3 months. Then I started turning it after the last month, but I would do it more often if you can. I was supposed to do it last week, but I completely forgot. I was hanging out with my friend, so I didn't do anything else except hang out with my friend, and yeah, it was pretty fun. But yeah, if you can, at least once a week or every other week. Shoot, even once a month, actually. I said that earlier, but I forgot to mention it again. And you may notice me sitting in the chair. It's because, again, I am tired. I don't feel that great, and I'm trying to get this done. But yeah, guys, I'll be right back when I water this, and then I'll finish the rest of these containers off screen. And yeah, I'll just be right back. All right, YouTube watchers. So I want to give these pepper plants a good watering because I did add more compost, some biochar, and fertilizer. And you need water to break down stuff. So yeah, uh, since this is a big plant, I want to give it a lot of water. Since this one's not too big, I'll be still giving it a lot of water because I want the stuff I put in to break down, especially the compost, the fertilizer, everything I added in there. So this is 2 gallons of water, and I may add the whole jug into this container to all of the to both these containers, and then the 5 gallon ones probably add either half a gallon or a gallon. Again, just to make sure all the compost is nice and wet. I'm gonna water. I don't know if you can see that, but it's already starting to drain out a little bit. But I know top there isn't fully saturated. So I'm just gonna add the 2 gallons, like I said, and then go on with the other ones. So I guess I'll be right back in 2 weeks or something. But before I leave, I want to show you what they all look like after they've been watered. So I'll be right back. All right, YouTube, you can see all the peppers are nicely watered. Um, Added with all that compost, all that good stuff. I'm really happy about. Some of these, like this container, I didn't add any other stuff. I just added the compost and that was it. This one I didn't add anything because nothing in here is growing of importance. You can see I watered this one pretty well. This is the center soil. You can see there's a lot of ants coming out. So obviously I put enough water for them to want to leave. So that's pretty good. I don't know if I should be worried about ants being in here or not. I think I should be because that's a sign that there's not enough water in the soil. So yeah, I probably have to water this deeper than I typically do. And this one doesn't have any ants coming out, so I'm really happy about that. But I am going to keep this watered every single day still. Probably do some more deep watering also, just in case. This is the bell pepper that's growing the first fruit. So that's a sign to keep this well watered also. I'm really happy how that's going. This is the other bell pepper, I'm pretty sure. I just cut the grass because I don't want the grass to lay in the water. But other than that, guys, I think that's it for this clip. I should mention I did take off the shade cloth just because today is going to be in the mid 90s. So if it went up to 100, then I would have the shade cloth on. But since it could be in the mid 90s, I'm not too worried about it because the peppers do like heat. They like it up to 95, 96, which is today, 95. But if it's up to 100, then the peppers won't like it. So that's when I'll put the shade cloth.